Yo, welcome back you beautiful bounty hunters to another episode of Metroid Prime Remastered. So today we're starting back over in Tallon overall because of two or three things. One of them would be the quickest, which would be this little missile expansion over here. I realized it was over here because, well, between episodes I was like, yo, why don't we just look around and see what's over here? That's how I found two entrances. One of them would be over that way, and the other would be up over here. Which is one that we could have easily accessed right at the beginning of the game, but for whatever reason, we just never went over here, so why not now? I also figured out where we need to go, but not how we need to get over there, which is what we're going to find out today, and regardless if we do or don't, that's perfectly fine. And ow, you little buggers, you are a little seedling. Plant-based ground feeder. Dorsal spines can be injected in self-defense, as we can see right there, but we're also going to make sure not to jump into them, because if we do jump into them, we defeat them. And if I want to do another assassin challenge, because why not? It was honestly really fun, and it will definitely make it a lot more difficult rather, against space pirates. And of course, the only exception will be bosses and other things that will stop us from progressing through the game. And now, I don't remember what it just said it was. Is this the map, or what is this? Oh, it's pirate data. So, field team reports are in on an aged structure of an alien design, built on the surface of Tallon. Studies show that the structure projects the containment field. The field bars access to the prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes, develops, the field is powered by a number of strange chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics, and studies have begun, as the field could hinder future energy production operations on Tallon IV. We must dismantle it as soon as possible, if the means or destruction of the chozo artifacts will be done. And that makes sense why we ended up finding some of the artifacts already, of what we actually need to do with them. It's weird how over here it's just completely empty. You would think there would be some creatures going on here, but no. And yep, this is one of the last few places that we actually need to go into, but there's also chozo over here. The containment of the great poison. This task has fallen to the chozo, and we will not flee from our duty, even as we suffer with the land and its creatures. We will pour our will into the 12, the artifacts. I don't know why that sentence is so awkward to read, which form a lock that holds the great evil at bay in the depths of the planet. This lock must stand up to all who might come and assault it, to preserve the power of the seal, and protect it from those who will meddle their own designs. We will spread the artifacts across the land, hiding them from prying eyes. The lock must never be opened until the day comes when the disaster can finally be put right. And that is why Samus is over here, as that would be the first piece of the lore generally, but we actually ended up skipping it altogether. But we did find one of the artifacts though, and this is, I'm not really going to read what it is because this literally just shows what ones that we need, which ones we don't need. It's, okay, that was actually the first artifact. That makes sense. So cool. So I don't know if the other one that we found already back in Rockmore Cavern was supposed to be the second one or not, but look at how freaking gorgeous this is. I love how this game got remastered and pretty much put into HD, because a lot of the things that I found beautiful are even now more so beautiful. Now we're actually going to go back and go through this door, which, let's see where this will lead us to. Lots of little puff stools. I know that's not what they're called, and puff stool is literally from Pikmin 1, but you know what? It's fine, we're gonna go with it anyways, because that's basically what it is. Oh, it looks like these are new creatures. Oh, never mind, they're just flying pirates. How's it going, guys? I'm going to ignore you though, because, well, we are trying to avoid attacking and being as docile as possible. And I don't know if we can actually make any progress over here or not, but we are going to find out once we actually make it up to land. And check this stuff over here. I don't even know what this stuff is, but like, gorgeous. It looks like underground or underwater moss, rather. This is just a little pocket. Okay, so we can't actually go over there because we got ourselves a grapple hook, so this isn't the area that we need to go to. That means we are going to go back to Chozo Ruins because we actually have some places that we could go to now, which would be in this room, and we also need to go right over here. I don't know how, but we're gonna find our way though. And I don't know how we missed this tiny little bit of Chozo lore, but here we are, back in Chozo Ruins, and now reading the history of these Chozo strengthenings that back into the ancient times. So far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors has come from. One thing is clear, however. The Chozo who colonized in Tallon IV made a conscious choice to eschew? I don't know how to say that word. A civilization of advanced technology. We chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the prophets. I can speak, I promise. Providence of the universe. We believe that there will be peaceful one day here on the planet and leave our world from time to time. I know I just butchered that completely, but that's okay. It's later recording session today, and I already can't read that well as it is. Hello, big little beetle. I didn't expect you to be here. I expected you to be small little dude still. Oh, now we made it back in this room, which has a spider ball, but also the fact that we got some lore over here as well that we could read. Can't believe we've missed so many. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceeded the expectations. We Chozo have yet to find our way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we could do now is steal it away and wait for the day to purify the poison that appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of great poison, as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. Interesting. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what poison it is currently talking about. Now we can scan this, which we already know what that does. But my question is, do we need to go up on this ball here, and then that's how we get over it? I'm assuming so, because it doesn't look like there's any other way to actually go up. And we did see that there's also another missile expansion down below, so I'm assuming that's what it's going to give us right here. And it is. Missiles acquired. Oh, I see, it's started off. And now we are way back in Funky Orb Room over here, simply just because I saw it on the map that there was this over here, and I want to know if this is going to be bringing us to an area that will lead us to another, like an elevator or something like that, or what would be over here. If not, there are also plenty of places that we haven't been to yet, and it was huzzah! I'm also going to make sure that we aren't missing anything to scan, which we aren't actually, but we do see that there's another area where we could use this for and grab yet another missile expansion. We will take that because I really love using the charged missiles. I know that's not what they're called, but that's what my brain keeps wanting to call them. I also absolutely love how they brought back all these together, and also, ooh, I love these little dudes over here. No, I'm sorry, little dude, I didn't mean to run into you. And now back in the furnace, I believe that's what this area is called, because, well, we got this over here. Oh, it disappeared. I was gonna say, do we need to blow that up or something like that? And see if this will actually bring us anywhere. Because I don't know if this is necessarily where we need to go, but we got some more lore over here though. And now we're back in the furnace room, because maybe this is where we need to go, but there's also lore over here. What is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out the life and blinding our need for corruption? And where did the meteor that brought this organite? I know that's not what it is, but you know what, it's fine, we're gonna go with it. Was it crafted by aliens' hands? Or is it a rovic chunk of planet that suffered a violent end? Our mind quailed in horror at the thought of long ago, in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes. An entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever catalysm may have ruptured the doomed place must have been mighty indeed. And other meteorites from the spread throughout the space, bearing this evil to the far corners of the universe. We hold fast hopes that this is not so. The only surviving remnants of this evil are here on Tallon IV. Then at least there is hope for its eradication. Indeed there is hope, and we got in here, which I don't know how I managed to miss all these things. I don't necessarily know if they're all going to be upgrades or not. Oh, and it looks like this is where we needed to go. But at least that makes me feel better, the fact that we wouldn't be able to go over here even if I did notice it before. And though it is new, we can't necessarily go here, but oh, there is another door and it is up there, which means we need to use this morph ball upgrade. It's like a speed ball, and oh mama, that is a lot of chozo words. But at least it's also this explosive, and then we got a door over there. So let's just start reading all of these. To the entrusted one. If you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is fraught with danger. Monstrosities beyond instructions lurked in the shadows, starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poison's urges that bloom in their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil designs. Believe in the black promise of the great poison. They seek to harness it for their own ends. It is these last that are great danger. When you are rid of the universe of these creatures, you will be the true entrusted one. None of our temple, the cradle, will provide a powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now, it wraps around the abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power to cipher, which has been produced by linking the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the entrusted one knows it's approaching. Many Chozos are gifted with the distant sight, and even more beings learn that our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forwards, seeing prophecy in ripples of water, hearing the rumors of coming days on the breath of the wind. Almost said Breath of the Wild. I'm so hyped for Tears of the Kingdom. Though we celebrate this distant sight, many of these visions are dark. The worst of the prophecies, the most common, tell us of the coming of the worm. The born parasites nurtured in the poisoned womb. The worm grows, devouring from within, until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course, but we cannot help but fear dark portent. I know that's not what it said, but that's what I'm going to say anyway. We're also going to make sure that we actually switch the gears and I keep pressing the wrong ones. That is my bad. And will this be another upgrade? No, this is just a way to open up another door, perhaps? Something behind this wall seems to have been activated. Okay, what did you activate? Oh! Okay, so I'm guessing we need that to unlock something. We're just going to use a method here and then figure out how we need to get up there. So my guess is that we need to manage to time this correctly in order to get up there, which is easier said than done because sometimes it just decides it just wants to stop, just like right there. But we managed to latch on, and now it's just the fact that we want to get up here and then kerpow! We did it! So staples, that was easy, but now it's just getting across to the other one. And that one was even quicker. I don't know why some of these are just really awkward to get and the others are perfectly fine. And huzzah! I had a feeling that was going to get us up to this elevator, which is going to give us another Mess House magic because I could see it from down below. So there we go. I'm glad that we managed to pick that up because we already used a super missile which takes up 5. So the more the merrier because that's one of my favorite upgrades. And I had no idea how fun it was going to be to actually use it. Now let's see what the other area is going to give us. These plants are gorgeous. It's too bad we can't see them. And okay, it's time to rush through these guys because we're not trying to shoot them, but it's also not our fault if they get underneath our feet. Just saying. Oh. Okay, so we got ourselves some fights over here. What are you? Oh, okay. You look really freaking cool. The Chozo Ghost. So these are actually my favorite enemies, because we talked about these, well not these guys before, but we talked about favorite enemies. These ones I very much remember, just look at them, they look so cool. But they are spectral entities. Bioelectric fields invulnerable to natural energies. As these entities phase in and out of existence, the only way to track these accurately is with the X-ray scanning. This particularly phased nature makes... Okay, I did read that correctly. Particularly phased nature makes them invulnerable to natural energy types, such as fire, ice, and electricity. Their aggressive and erratic behavior is most likely due to the corrupting effects of the phazon in the Tallon IV environment. They appear to be drawn to the Chozos' religious sites, where they are wreaking havoc upon anything that dares enter the area. Interesting. Also, speaking of Chozo, I absolutely love how you can actually see the art of them in the new main menu, or the new menu rather. I don't know, I'm assuming we want to attack them with these, because these are kind of like electric charges. Okay, ooh, okay, so that did do some damage. We just need to make sure we actually hold down our A button, otherwise it doesn't do nothing to it. But man, oh man, these things look so cool. And there we go. So I love how that was technically a mini boss, at least that's what it feels like. But also, we didn't need to use the phazon, so it's good to know that the charge beam is just simply electric. Identified as a statue of a Chozo elder. According to the Chozo lore, these statues serve to be watchful guardians of tombs and shrines. Its outstretched hands are empty, as if waiting for an offering. Interesting. So I wonder if this would eventually have a, I almost said a rogue for us, a ruin for us, but I have a feeling we need to go up there, and we're going to get the next thing next. That makes sense, the next gun upgrade. But first, we will beat this lore over here. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail, existing in a single dimension. They are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel the presence. Just as the will of the Chozo, our will to defeat the evil sweeping into the planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness that meets the end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. It will be the Interested One's trial. I'm guessing that's why this ghost was over here, because it was like, yo, you must be the one. I love how we took so long that it needed to show us that we needed to go over here again, even though I know that's where it was. So sorry if this ends up being a longer episode. It's mostly because, well, I was just trying to figure out where we needed to go, and we also got lots of upgrades, so that's not too bad. That's not where we need to go. And we got this little hole over here, which is a save station. Huzzah! And this might also be a longer episode, because I do want to continue at least until we get over to that next area, where it's like, yo, I want to show you this thing. And it wasn't even a save, it was just a missile thing. And I realized after that wasn't actually a save station, also just going the wrong way. I love how it actually gives the missile replenishes. I remember that being in the game at some point, I just couldn't remember exactly when it was. Oh, okay, we can go all the way up there. I was like, so where to next? And I saw that we could just jump all the way up here. Okay, what this? Safety shield is online and very well secured. It looks like we might be able to blow these things up. And it says it has a small explosive device, so does that mean we can maybe use the missile on them? Considering it gave us the upgrade. That's not the case. It just says that there's small explosives behind it are installed. And it says that there's high altitude, which we see that we can maybe go up there, but I don't know exactly how we're supposed to connect our way up there. Maybe by jumping there and then somehow making it up over. But we could just jump over here, which I don't know exactly what we need to do from here. So the solar energy is largely decorative. That means maybe we could jump on them? I don't know, because it says something about their activities, and I'm guessing that's up there. And we could just use the morph ball just to go into the Elder. Okay, I don't know why that wasn't so obvious for me, but that was really fun. I just expected that to actually be a cutscene, not how we get up there. So let's try this again and make sure that we actually have our finger on the right way. And whee! That was actually really fun. Also, I like how it was so simple to actually get through this if we had just tried to go through there. But at the same time, it was really fun getting up there. Oh! Okay, so I'm guessing this is how we're supposed to get through at least one of the doors. I don't know if it's all of them. I also don't know why I tried to climb up the statue of the Elder. I'm so sorry about that, my guy. I don't think you really cared that much, but at the same time, bruh. Oh, okay, so we do see a door up there. So what do we need to do for this? Do we just need to shoot it? Oh, we do. Okay, so I'm hoping then this will unlock the safety guard off of that one monitor. But nope. It's just going to allow us to shoot up. I also don't know if this is exactly where we need to go, but apparently a new path opened. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean for us. So do you need to get flung back in there? I love this room. I love how it's like, hey, you do eventually need to go back over here. That was the case. Thank you, Chozo Elder. We appreciate you launching us there for us. And now that allows us to do what exactly? Let's go back down, but at least it led us all the way to this door over here. So now I'm wondering, are we going to be fighting another boss, or what's going to happen in here? Drain is shut off as holding the maintaining the water level for 45%. Or for 95% rather, not 45. Oh, there's a slate over here. It showed us that there's like scanning for over here, but why would it tell us that it was scanning for? It's like, yeah, there's things. Oh, I love these little things. I hope we don't need to defeat them, especially saying right now we are trying not to do that. Can we jump on top of you? Can I jump on you, little guy? We can. I love that. I love that you literally just use enemies as platforms. I also love how the ones in this room, I like the one that we saw earlier on in this game. They actually look like stone. I think that's kind of fascinating. And now we can make it over there. But we could try not to blow these guys up. Although that being said, I don't think these little guys would care. But hey, this is safe over here, which means we're actually going to leave it over here then. I'm also going to see quickly though beforehand if the other room is where we need to go, or do we need to go over to that area, because if anything we could just make it back to the save room, or I'll just like go back and play over here. I'm assuming we need to go over here, but let's see. Oh, no! Okay, awesome. I'm glad that I ignored going through that hole and went over here, because we just got ourselves the ice beam. Oh yeah, baby, I was wondering where we were going to end up finding this. Now this upgrade is probably my favorite one, just because I love the way it looks. Oh my gosh, you close your eyes. I love you. I love you so much. I'm gonna name you Frank. But yeah, I'm glad that we found that. Yes, we're actually the save station because we know where it is, and we can also go back to a few areas, and also just completely continuing here. And with that, we shall leave it here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Slap the subscribe button, say something down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably pop up in here. Which are gonna hop up in here anyways, because it's impulse. We also see that it connects to the door over here, and we'll figure out where this goes in the next episode. Actually, it's an elevator. We might as well scan it out. And this will give us to Tallon World East. There we go. Now we shall leave it here. Sorry about trailing off so many times, and sorry if this ends up being a longer episode. I was just finding a bunch of upgrades, which wasn't really intentional, but it worked very well for us, and we ended up grabbing other things and progressing the story. So it's a win-win. Just end up being a little bit longer. And if you like this kind of length, let me know. But until then, peace.